Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today we are looking at Superhero Comics Presents Tales from the Cosmos #2, introducing Mr. and Mrs. Bluu. Who in the world are these two? I am dying to find out, aren't you? Let's dive in for another cosmic tale by the master Mahdi Khene. I cannot wait to share this with you guys. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button and let's get right into it. So a couple of years ago, I guess, or maybe not even a couple of years ago, but whenever somebody suggested that I review Mahdi Khane's books for my channel, and I have not looked back since. What a revelation! One of the finest independent comic creators going. One of my favorite talents. Super nice guy and insane in the membrane. He is just like a wealth of a well of like talent and inspiration and just gorgeous comic books. When he previewed this, Mr. and Mrs. Bluu, I freaking immediately fell in love with these two. I think they are amazing, and it did not disappoint. It is so good. It is filled with cosmic sci-fi goodness like you would not believe. If I were casting an 80s movie, of these characters, it would 100% be Sylvester Stallone and Brigitte Nielsen. Am I wrong? Like, how great would that be? Look at the sublime colors of Mahdi Khene. This alien is so cool in here. I love that it kind of looks like he's wearing a hoodie. I mean, look at that color. It is so gorgeous. So sublime, Mahdi Khene. Mahdi, 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 Mahdi. You are a revelation. Written and drawn by Mahdi Khene, published by Superhero Comics. August 2023, New York, New York. Ominous, no? Look at this, how gorgeous this is. I love it. It's funny because this is introducing Mr. and Mrs. Bluu, so it's an interesting choice to have it in black and white, but it sizzles and crackles. The art is so cool. It has like the use of black and white is so amazing to this like 50s sci-fi degree that I just kind of love. Like the story is always so engaging. Like Mahdi puts 100% into all his books. Like it is kind of crazy the amount of the amount of output that he has. So, like he has several different comic books going at once. Of course, you may know him from his bootleg Spider-Man that was covered by cartoonist kayfabe and sort of put Mahdi on the indie map. I mean, definitely the kayfabe effect is a good injection in the arm. It's so funny when I review black and white comic books, sometimes I feel like I can almost see the color. Isn't that weird? Like, is that just me? Maybe that's just how my brain works. I don't know. Or how my brain doesn't work, rather. Certain panels always stand out to me, and this is definitely one of them. I love this couple so much. They, like, have apparently been doing this forever and a day, and they just, they're like typical superheroes, like duty bound, and just keep on keeping on. Such a great panel here. I love this. I don't think I've ever seen something quite like this in a comic book before. He like just blows out this cave like with a big concussive force. It is so cool. I love that. What a great splash page. This comic book is slightly smaller than a standard comic. I feel like it's just as wide, but just a little bit shorter like that. But it's chic boutique is what I'm calling it. I love this kind of different sizes for comic books. I totally love bigger, better art, and I will take like different formats any time. And I think this is perfectly suited for Mahdi's auteur kind of style. And he is an auteur. Like there is just so much richness and greatness, character development, and you just get a sense that he knows exactly the kind of story wants to tell, and it just comes through in every panel. Speaking of panels that stick out, I absolutely love this. This is what I'm saying about like we will see a Mahdi Khene movie in our lifetime. I know we will. I, I just love the choice to sort of like use the silhouette of him like trying to get information from this person while she just stands there and with her arms folded, letting him like interrogate him, like kind of typical good cop bad cop kind of scenario, I guess, and dripping with that. Like it's so weird because you know, and I think this is how it works. You know what I mean? It's like often I say this about comedy or satire. It's like there has to be like a sort of believability, or the fact that like the characters like believe this is like reality to keep it from being so absurd. You know what I mean? And speaking of which, absurd. Like, I imagine Mahdi Khane's apartment is like Andy Warhol's factory. Like, he's building dioramas, he's making like fake VHS tapes, he's recreating album covers and movie posters. Like, it's kind of insane, like, his level of commitment. It's just, it goes beyond the pale, for sure. And speaking of beyond the pale, think I'm beginning to uncover the Mahdi Khene code, and I don't know if this is like a love for plus size women, or maybe an homage to John Byrne, because John Byrne had a lot of like big, you know, plus size characters. But also, it's kind of karma, Bill Sienkiewicz at the same time, right? But it's also a twist on Galactus. Like, this alien abducts this woman from New York. I love that. Makes her his, like, bride, and he just loves her. But he, like, experiments on her, and now she just can't get enough, and he needs to, like, keep feeding her, and they keep moving to different planets. So it's kind of like Galactus meets My 600-Pound Life or something like that. I don't know. It's just so crazy. Mahdi, what are you thinking? I don't want to know what you're thinking. Just keep spelling it out on the page. I'm still waiting for the Mahdi Khene line of ink, because it's black and gorgeous, and there's got to be a lot of it, the way he spills it on the page. Look how cool is that. I mean, once again, very cinematic. I mean, can you not see this like in The Mandalorian? I can. I can hear it. Another great panel. So gross. So, like, disturbing, right? Her hat low key looks like an upside down cheese grater. I don't know. I doubt that was the inspiration, but I like that. That's what I feel it is. Another sublime panel. Like, look how cool that is. Like, can't you just like? It's almost like an optical illusion, isn't it? It's so crazy. I just love Mahdi Khane's art sensibility, universe, Zooniverse, superhero comics, Zooniverse. Another great panel. I mean, this is giving me letter electric company vibes. Was it the electric company where it's like, blah, ooh, blue, no, oh, I don't know. I'm digressing here, but I don't care. You get to stare at the beautiful art for a second. Wouldn't that make a beautiful poster in a way? I'm torn between, because Mahdi Khene is also such an amazing colorist. I'm torn between wanting to see this in color. I know that there will be Mr. and Mrs. Bluu more in the future, because these are amazing characters. Easily my favorites from the superhero universe. Until I turn the page and I see Just a Joke, the award-winning comic book brought to life on VHS. This is what I'm talking about. There's no way this is like, did he make a movie? I mean, I don't know. I think it's just sort of like the building. Like, in 20, 30 years, once you find like a box of Mahdi Khene comic books, and like some person discovering him for the first time is going to be like so blown away. I do want to see this Just a Joke comic book, so make that happen, Mahdi. Just putting it out there in the universe. Anyway, what's next? Oh my gosh, I don't want to know. I mean, I want to know, but I don't want to know, because whatever comes out is just going to be amazing and life-changing and just gorgeous and beautiful and blue. Tales from the Cosmos, Mr. and Mrs. Bluu, the new Mahdi Khene joint from Superhero Comics Presents. So good, you guys. I'm going to put a link to Mahdi's store in the description of the video. And if you are not on the Mahdi Khene tip, you need to get there yesterday. Trust me, it is so good. Plenty more from Mahdi Khene coming. So great. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and I'll bring you more soon.